I'm not even joking, I'm not even clickbaiting. That is legitimately the best plot twist, the biggest plot twist I've seen in Frieren. The fact that this man never left his front door, has been sipping tea, kicking back and relaxing, and phoned it in. The fact that as soon as he walked in, he tried to pull the card like the rug from under her feet. Said, no, I'm here. I'm just controlling my guy from this front door. And she's like, bitch, you haven't even left your front door. You pass. You're bold. That shit's just scummy as shit, but I have to respect it. Like, we knew he was good at controlling, like, it was throughout the maze, right? It was like, oh, which one's real, which one's fake. I literally had to do a double take. I had to think about that, but I don't think there was a bigger plot twist for me because it was so unexpected. I literally didn't see that coming because it wasn't like we were constantly focusing on this character, so it's like, oh, he's always in the, like, oh, what if he's not actually here? This mofo is literally sipping tea, talking to, like, arguably the most powerful character we've come into contact with, and to pass his first class, he literally tried to, like what would be considered cheating, but, like, the fact that she just respects it, she's like, who the hell would do that? You pass, bro. You pass. Freaking fantastic. Full live reaction to this final episode of Season 1 of Frieren over on my Patreon. Want to see my full uncut what the hell moments? It's over there if you're interested. Now, Season 2 is basically confirmed. If you watch till the very end after the credits, of course it says the journey to end continues, but they also, on the official, like, Twitter accounts and stuff, they did the same thing with a poster. So it's just a matter of time before we get the Season 2 details. No surprise, this shit was selling like hotcakes. It's one of the most popular things to come out in a long time. They're gonna keep making more, and I'm really excited. I hope, you know, obviously, the quicker it's the turnaround, the more excited I'd be, but they can take as much time as they need to cook another amazing season. I know the material's there, so hopefully we can get another 2-core, but shit, if they wanted to do just consistent 1-cores, I'd be okay with that as well. But overall, this episode was another treat. I legitimately think it was just 10 out of 10 episodes back to back to back. I mean, of course, when you have a show that's honestly more of a slice of life than anything, there's always going to be people who will watch it with that shonen mindset of, I don't get it, why do people like it? It's just a lot of walking and talking, but you know how those people can be. At the end of the day, though, when you look at how everyone passed, I love the fact that when we approached this, right, Sense was kind of being criticized like, you're too nice. There's no way that this many people should have passed the last test. I'm taking control, I'm in the driver's seat now, and I'm gonna figure this out. And while Siri did fail a decent amount, you also passed a decent amount. And everyone had a different reason, like someone like Denkin had a fire, like it's like, oh, I would have preferred to meet you in your prime. You're too old. Like, oh, but you actually, for a brief moment, thought about fighting me? You still have fire, you pass. Oh, you're a psychopath who would easily kill people? I don't even need to talk to you, I just can tell that you're probably worthy of that title and you're a little freaky. I could kill you myself, but yeah, you pass. Everyone had a different reason for passing, and while I know people were salty about Frieren failing, that's just hilarious, because Frieren didn't care about... Frieren didn't even want to take the test to begin with. When she initially approached and she tried to use her identification, and they said, apologies, we don't accept this, she's like, aight, and tried to walk away. Literally means nothing to her, and until she gives a shit to pass, she's probably never gonna pass, and honestly, she'll probably die without passing, because that's just how she is. And honestly, I almost love the pettiness of the fact that she couldn't even go in with Fern. Sari banned Frieren for 1,000 years from entering. Like, she was a little crushed by it, mind you, but that shit's funny. It absolutely is, and the fact that both of them look at the other as a child is just fantastic. Because at the end of the day, both of them have had trouble opening up their feelings, but when we look at the beginning of this show with Frieren to where we are now, she is so much better at opening up her feelings. Sari still has a long way to go, but I love how they really touch upon that. Sari is a very compassionate person to all of the students, right? Like, even if they didn't reach the level that Sari wanted, at the same time, I remember their favorite spell. I remember all these details. I've never regretted taking on a student. It's just very blunt way of showing that love. And the idea that someone like Frieren is like looking at someone who, this is a really interesting concept. I don't really remember the last time I've seen something like this. If this dude was born in the era of the Demon King, would have went down as one of the legendary heroes of Frieren's party, because that's just how talented he is. And the fact that as you reach closer and closer to your deathbed, the fear of like, if I don't do something extraordinary, why would my master remember me? And the fact that Frieren has to just stop him and say, no. Despite appearances and despite not showing emotions, Sari is a child, but you matter. It's just such a beautiful scene and shows so much growth for Frieren's character all at the same time. And honestly, I love the fact that, honestly, like mother, like daughter here, Fern is so similar to Frieren. The spell she picked was a washing spell, which honestly, I'm 100% on board with. If you're a traveler on the road, if there's a spell that can make you squeaky clean with a pleasant floral smell, that is the best spell you could ask for. Of course, Siri's probably hoping that you're going to request the Black Hole of Death from like something like Villainess level 99 like that Emilia likes to summon. But the fact that that's what Fern was so proud of was just fantastic. And I love just seeing all the different characters. Like, Werble of all characters sitting down next to Frieren and talking about how goodbyes don't just have to be in death. I never expected that level of dialogue from a character like that. The fact that all these people who failed or passed, doesn't matter, them collectively as a whole, like, this magic exam was the best part of Frieren. And it honestly felt like with each arc and each character we got to know, it became better and better and better and better. And hell, if you watch the credits as it's playing, we get to see my boy on a beach kicking back, relaxing, there's a girl with a little umbrella. My boy's living it up. That's all I needed to see for this to be a perfect episode, damn it. It's just, I don't really know where we go from here other than we continue this amazing journey. I was told there's a great Denkin arc that we would probably see in a season 2. Sign me the hell up. Like, Frieren is legitimately just a perfect anime. It wasn't consistently action focused, but all the action that was there was really well done. But it was just so good. Attention to detail. The subtle little mannerisms, like when Stark realizes that Denkin's nobility, he's like fidgeting, he's like, oh shit, like, you know, just those little moments go a long way. I think one of the underappreciated moments, or probably what will be one of the underappreciated moments, just because there's so many little moments throughout, was when we learn about Denkin. So his wife died in his mid-20s, and clearly he never remarried. So he has a lot of money, and I think he just kind of reminds me of my own grandfather when he was alive, kind of just like someone who's like, hey, you know, I didn't have a lot of things growing up, and the fact that he just treats them all because like they're trying to pick like, do I get this, do I get this, and he buys them a goddamn whole smorgasbord of all these little treats. It's just, I like looking at characters who I thought I would be able to tell who they are at face value, and they just surpass my expectations tenfold. I really enjoyed talking about Frieren, definitely one of the most entertaining shows for me to talk about as a creator. I love talking about it. It's easily my number 2 anime of all time right now, 100%, and I can't wait to see where the show goes from here. But let me know what you thought of either this episode, the season as a whole. How hyped are you for season 2? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring the bell so you can notify when I upload more. And like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions to all these wonderful episodes over on my Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Jeff, Dawn, Chemis, and Ricardo Pelego. So I appreciate the support, everyone, and please take care. Have a good one.